How's it going, everyone? We're back for part 2 of this break. We did part 1 earlier this afternoon. Now we're working on part 2. Part 3 is up on the group page if you guys want to join in on that one. Take a look at that. In the meantime, I'm going to tag everyone that's in the break, and we can get started. All right, who else? I think that's it. Less actual people in this break, but oh no, there we go, Jatinder. Oops. Let me try that again. All right, there we go. All right, quick sound check. Sound and video check for part 2. If you want to see how we separated the boxes, it is in part 1, which you can go back here on Facebook, or you can watch on our YouTube channel as well. You can see how we opened the case and we roll the dice to determine which 4 boxes goes to part 1, part 2, and part 3. So if you want to check that out, it'll be in part 1 of the video. I am coming off of a bit of a cold, so my voice might sound a little raspy, a little nasally. Just bear with me for now. But we will get this done. We'll give it a few more minutes for people to arrive, to come and check out the break, for those that are in it. While we're waiting, I'll go ahead and drop the YouTube channel as well, so you can more than welcome to watch there. And we have a fallback in case Facebook stops working for us. Here we go. Samuel's on. All right. That's good. All right, let's go ahead with the random. So we still got to do the random for the Islanders. So let's get to that. Let's move the screen over to the side. I just want to double check that we're going to... all our other screens are working. That's our old dice roll from part 1. So we will obviously change that. We'll open up a new list randomizer. There we go. And we'll do a new dice roll as well. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Jade looked really good. They both look good. They definitely did. I didn't watch all of it yet. I just saw some highlights. But yeah, definitely a better promo than last week. That's for sure. Norman, how's it going? You're in part 3. You got Montreal finally. So hopefully that part 3 will fill. Then we can break that. All right, guys, here we go. So here is our team list on the side. We got Richard with the Anaheim Ducks, Ivan Letourneau with the Boston Bruins, Human got the Sabres and the Flames, and a final mini. Just gonna add a space of that. That's just my OCD. Richard's got the Carolina Hurricanes, Chicago with Human. Samuel Bond's got the Colorado Avalanche and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Got them both in the final mini. Human's got the Stars and the Wings, all in the final mini. Samuel's got the Edmonton Oilers. Ryland's got the Florida Panthers. Samuel's got his Kings. Jason Chassey's got the Minnesota Wild. Richard's got the Montreal Canadiens. Ivan Letourneau's got the Nashville Predators. Samuel Bond with the New Jersey Devils. Islanders free random. Samuel Bond with the New York Rangers. Got them in a mini. Ryland with the Sens. Ivan with the Flyers. Andrew Kemp with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sartad's got the San Jose Sharks. Seattle Krakens with Nick Stedman. Jason Barbosa's got the St. Louis Blues. Ivan's got the Tampa Bay Lightning. Andrew's got the Toronto Maple Leafs. Human's got the Utah Mammoth. Ryland with the Vancouver Canucks. I didn't see that part with Cody and Sammy. I'll go check that out. Nick Stedman with the Vegas Golden Knights. Ivan with the Washington Capitals, and Nick with the Winnipeg Jets. So we're going to copy that list, the team list, put it into our list randomizer. There's Richard with the Anaheim Ducks, Nick Stedman with the Winnipeg Jets. All right, gonna add it. Oh, we gotta make sure we take out the New York Islanders, of course. They are not in here. There we go. Okay. Those who got 3 or more teams in the main, not in the mini. It was clearly stated in the post. It only counts if you got them in the main. Mini teams do not count. Richard's got 3 teams with the Ducks, Hurricanes, and Montreal. Ivan's got 3 teams with Boston, Nashville, and Tampa Bay. Samuel's got 3 teams with Edmonton, LA, and the New Jersey Devils. Ryland's got 3 teams with Florida, Ottawa, and Vancouver. And Nick's got 3 teams with Seattle, Vegas, and Winnipeg. So we're going to copy that list and put it into our list randomizer as well. There's Nick with his 3 teams. There's Ryland with his 3 teams. There's Samuel with his 3 teams right there. Ivan with his 3 teams. And Richard with his 3 teams. There we go. We'll see. We will see. All right. Let's roll the dice. 2 or more. 2 dice, 5 or more. And that's what we're going to go with. 5 and 4, 9 times. Let's run this list 9 times. Here we go. 1. We got 46 total items in this list. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we did 8 times. Dice says 9, 5 and 4. So here we go. Team on top gets the New York Islanders. Richard with the Montreal Canadiens. Whoa, wow, okay. Oh, God, comparing me to the Dodgers. Sure. Richard with the Montreal Canadiens. You get the New York Islanders. All right. So we'll change this to Richard. So Richard, you get the New York Islanders. I'm going to go ahead and change the screen on this. And then I'm just going to print out that sheet. So just 1 second. Give me 30 seconds to print this out, and then go grab the the sheet, and then we can go from there. Okay, we're right back. Shane O'Mac. Okay. All right. We are back. All right, here is the list. So same list that we went over before. Everyone knows their teams. There go the Islanders. Richard with the New York Islanders. All right. Shane O'Mac. I like Shane O'Mac. All right, here we go. We got our 4 boxes of Series 2. This is part 2. Here's the number 2s that we did in the first video where I marked it all down. Also mark this one too, which is the holiday number 2 as well. We'll move these over to the side. As normal, we have our camera on the bottom right-hand side. Our second camera, so you can see that all the boxes will remain on camera. And we will start with our holiday box. All right, good luck. Just gonna adjust here. All right, let's go. First holiday box was a bust. There was no Young Gun in there. So hopefully this will be different. There was one of those Dazzlers that were in there. So box. Those holiday Dazzlers, which you can look for. Flip it over there. There we go. If you didn't watch the first half, we did pull a Schaefer from that first half. So we're hoping that this case will have one more Schaefer in it. No Misas came out from that first half, or the first part, the first third, I guess you would say. We did get a high gloss Young Gun Tusky for the Utah Mammoth. There's some people collect Dazzlers. Come on, don't trash them. Someone will take it. And these are holiday Dazzlers. All right. All right, let's see what we got in our holiday Dazzlers. Our holiday blaster. Lucas Raymond for Detroit. Samuel Harrison for Philly. Kyle Connor for the Jets. Connor Bedard for the Hawks. Darcy Kemper for the Kings. Brady Tkachuk for Ottawa. Marchessault for the Preds. Dougie Hamilton for the Devils. Connor Hellebuyck for the Jets. Timo Meier for the Devils. Oh my goodness, come on. Don't tell me we're going to get shut out here. Matthew Tkachuk for Florida. Oh, we got no young gun on this, but we have another Holiday Dazzler. This is going to the Dallas Stars. Thomas Harley. Who-man with the Dallas Stars. All right, that was our Holiday Blaster. I know. There's only so much time. Bring him to shows. You never know. Someone might be looking for him. Okay, here we go. First box of our Series 2. Good luck. Let's see if we can pull another Schaefer. All right, Joey Daccord for the Kraken. Thomas Hertl for the Knights. And going to the Red Wings, Alex Sandin Pellikka. Detroit is who-man. We'll see. Oh, we got a silver Outburst Young Gun here. Okay. All right. We have a silver Outburst Young Gun. Who could it be? We got Sam Reinhart for the Florida Panthers. Easton Cowan for the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, here we go. Going to the Edmonton Oilers. Silver Outburst Young Gun of Isaac Howard. Samuel Bond with the Edmonton Oilers. Nice hit. Silver Outburst Isaac Howard. There we go. It's not the Kings, but it's the Oilers. And you got a decent Young Gun. There you go. No skunk for you. For the Oilers, Oliver Rodrigue for the Edmonton Oilers. Jaden Schwartz, for the Seattle Kraken. And Adar Suniev, Young Guns for the Calgary Flames. It's a Young Gun Outburst, Silver Outburst, so it's worth something. And it's an Edmonton Oiler, so what it's worth, I'm not sure. All right. 85 out of 199. We have a red encore of Jake Sanderson going to the Ottawa Senators. That's Ryland. Jack Eichel for the Vegas Golden Knights. Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Right now, I would say any Silver Outburst Young Gun's good. Of course, you got to act fast if you want to get full value for it. Yaroslav Askarov for the San Jose Sharks. Kent Johnson for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And a Carl Lindbaum Young Guns for the Vegas Golden Knights. Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. Owen Power for the Buffalo Sabres. Brendan Hagel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I know you do. Nino Niederreiter for the Winnipeg Jets. Logan Thompson for the Washington Capitals. And a Harrison Brunecki, Young Guns for the Pittsburgh Penguins. We have a fluorescence coming up. Going to the Washington Capitals, nice hit. Ryan Leonard, Ivan Letourneau with the Washington Capitals. Ryan Leonard, red fluorescence. Dustin Wolf for the Calgary Flames. Andrei Svechnikov for the Carolina Hurricanes. Dylan Cousins for the Ottawa Senators. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Zach Metza, Young Guns for the Buffalo Sabres. Brady Martin, portraits for Nashville. Bo Horvat for the New York Islanders. Cam Fowler for St. Louis Blues. Kyle Connor for the Winnipeg Jets. Moritz Seider for the Detroit Red Wings. Zeev Buium, Young Guns for the Minnesota Wild. All right, last pack. Tyler Toffoli for the San Jose Sharks. Ryan Green for the Chicago Blackhawks. And Jack Eichel for Vegas. Not all the packs are 4 hits. Not all of them. And usually the 4th hit would be the Young Gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got all our Young Guns there. I think only one of the boxes in the first half had a 4-pack hit. All right, I'm just going to sleeve these ones up, and then we will move on to our next box, which would be our second Series 2 Hoppy. Okay, here we go. Box. Nope, not all of them. Not in this case, at least. Here we go. There you go. Where's the number 2? There's the number 2 again. All right, here we go. David Pastrnak. That's speckled for the Boston Bruins. We have a POE, Program of Excellence, going to the Colorado Avalanche. Nate McKinnon. Nice hit for Colorado. Mikko Rantanen for the Dallas Stars. Samuel Bond with the Colorado Avalanche. Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars. Alexander Nikishin for the Carolina Hurricanes. And a Ty Mueller, Young Guns for Vancouver. There's Corey. He was so happy to see that high gloss. Andre Vasilevsky for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. And Jamie Oleksiak for the Seattle Kraken. Pyotr Kochekov, canvas for the Carolina Hurricanes. Spencer Knight for the Chicago Blackhawks. And Zach Metza for the Buffalo Sabres. Red fluorescence again. Who do we got? Matthew Wood, red fluorescence for the Nashville Predators. Kirill Kaprizov for the Minnesota Wild. Radko Gudas for the Anaheim Ducks. Oh, upside down, Wyatt Johnston. Deluxe 224 out of 250. Going to Human in the Dallas Stars. Mikhail Sergachev for the Utah Mammoth. Adrian Kempe for the LA Kings. And there's that fourth hit. Dmitry Shemashev. Young Guns for the Utah Mammoth. Yeah, that was dirty. That was really dirty. He clearly stuck his knee out. And the Leafs did nothing. No one did anything. Not until the third period. But Kirill Marchenko for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. David Pastrnak for the Boston Bruins. Jake DeBrusk for the Vancouver Canucks. Ryan Ufko, Young Guns for the Nashville Predators. Sam Rinzel, Dazzlers for the Chicago Blackhawks. Braden Point for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sandin Pellikka for the Detroit Red Wings. Oh, we got a canvas checklist. This will be a random between the Rangers and the Canucks. Samuel Bond with the New York Rangers. Rylan Taves with the Vancouver Canucks. So we'll random that one off at the end. Joey Decord for the Seattle Kraken. And Arnsey Gritsluck for the New Jersey Devils. Gabriel Landeskog for the Colorado Avalanche. Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Outburst. Sam Rinzel, portraits for Chicago. Last pack. Tom Chabot for the Ottawa Senators. Marco Casper for the Detroit Red Wings. And a Isaac Howard, Young Guns for the Edmonton Oilers. All right, that was box 2. Okay, we'll sleeve these ones up. And we'll move on to the third box of our 4-box hobby. You don't want it? All right. It's going to Vancouver. It's going to Rylan. All right, that's going to go to Vancouver. Okay, here we go. Next box. Just going to open up more top loaders. They lost? Well, USA was favored to win anyways, right? Like, I don't think Canada really had a chance to win, did they? All right, here we go. Part 2 box here. This is our third box, fourth box of the break. We got one more to go after this. We got Cole Perfetti for the Winnipeg Jets. Young Gun Canvas. This is a checklist. Nope, it's not. Ryan Green for the Chicago Blackhawks. Young Gun Canvas. Philip Broberg for the St. Louis Blues. Yeah, we had no chance of winning that. That would have been a major upset if we beat the Americans. I know they lost to Italy, but yeah, they weren't really taking it seriously too. Eh? Mikko Rantanen for the Dallas Stars. Dylan Guenther for the Utah Mammoth. Harrison Brunecki, Young Guns for Pittsburgh. I watched a little bit of that game. Cuba did not look good. But hey, Canada won the pool. That's pretty good. Frank Vetrano for the Anaheim Ducks. Also for the Ducks, Jackson Lacombe. Robert Thomas for the Blues. Yeah, down year for Canadian teams, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, it would have been fun, but Blue Jays are trash. Of course he would say that. Connor Garland for the Vancouver Canucks. Lucas Dostal for the Anaheim Ducks. Joel Nightstrom for Carolina. We got a black and white canvas. Paul Cotter for the New Jersey Devils. Braden Point for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Beckett Senek for the Anaheim Ducks. Slaps. Joey Decord for the Seattle Kraken. Quentin Byfield for the LA Kings. Ben Kindle, Young Guns for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, we got a Pink Dazzlers of Mark Stone. Mark Stone Pink Dazzlers. That's going to Vegas. Winnipeg Jets. If you know, you know. Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Buffalo Sabres. Nicholas Deslauriers for the Philadelphia Flyers. And a regular Tusky Young Guns for the Utah Mammoth. Not the high gloss that we hit in the first part. Jacob Markstrom for the New Jersey Devils. Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers. Easton Cowan for Toronto. Eric Carlson for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Seth Jarvis for the Carolina Hurricanes. And Adar Suniev, Young Guns for Calgary. Is that another? Yes, it is. Wow. A second silver outburst Young Gun. All right, we got Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. Zane Parekh for Calgary. All right, good luck. Another silver outburst Young Gun. It is red jersey going to the Detroit Red Wings. Silver outburst Young Gun of Emmett Finney. Emmett Finney. That is going to Human in the Detroit Red Wings. All right, last pack. Jake Gensel for Tampa Bay. Neil Pionk for the Winnipeg Jets. And Young Guns for the Boston Bruins of John Farinacci. John Farinacci. There we go. That is our third box for our Series 2 hobby, or the fourth box of the break. We got one more box to go for part 2. Depending on how this box goes, that will probably either fill part 3 right away or it might stall it. We'll see. It all comes down to this last box, how part 3 is going to go. But if you want to get a head start on part 3, head your bets that there's something good in the last 4 boxes. Go grab your spots right now. If you get 3 or more teams, you get double those chances to get the Islanders, or double the spots in the random. All right, here we go. Last box of the break of part 2. Good luck. Good luck to everyone. Here we go. Last one. Good luck. All right, here we go. All right, Jarrett Spurgeon for the Minnesota Wild, Sebastian Aho for the Carolina Hurricanes, and a Devin Kaplan, Young Guns for Philadelphia. It's a regular outburst. UC Saros for the Nashville Predators, Matthew Olivier for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Alex Iafallo for the Winnipeg Jets. Charlie McAvoy for the Boston Bruins, Matthew Tkachuk for the Florida Panthers, wrong Islander Marshall Warren for the New York Islanders, Matt Zuccarello for the Minnesota Wild, Mackenzie Blackwood for the Avalanche, Mason Marchment for the Seattle Kraken, Connor Hellebuck for the Winnipeg Jets, Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche, and a Dominic Fensor, Young Guns for Carolina. Troy Terry for the Anaheim Ducks. Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers. David Pastrnak for the Boston Bruins. All right, last half of the last box. Martin Necas for the Colorado Avalanche. Mark Stone for the Vegas Golden Knights. Emmett Finney, Young Guns for the Detroit Red Wings. We got a clear cut going to the New Jersey Devils. Jesper Bratt going to New Jersey. Anze Kopitar for the LA Kings. Alex Ovechkin for the Flyers. Numbered 151 out of 199 going to the Colorado Avalanche. Gabriel Landeskog, if you know, you know, red. That's going to Samuel Bond. Jonathan Huberdeau for the Calgary Flames. Owen Tippett for the Philadelphia Flyers. And Aziz Bouillon, second one, for the Minnesota Wild, going to Jason Chassis. All right, 3 packs to go. Looks like Schaefer is not going to come in this box unless something I don't see forthcoming happens. John Carlson for the Washington Capitals. We got a Young Gun canvas for the Carolina Hurricanes. Dominic Fensor. Richard with the Carolina Hurricanes. Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Jeremy Swayman for the Boston Bruins. Moritz Seider for the Detroit Red Wings. And a Tristan Lennox for the New York Islanders. 2 Islander Young Guns in this one. Both the wrong guy. Did we get the right guy here? No, that's it. No more Young Guns, looks like. All right. And to end the break, we got a speckled, if you know, you know, for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby. Martin Necas for the Colorado Avalanche. And then Nico Hischier for the New Jersey Devils. And that is it for part 2. All right, guys. So part 2 is done. We just have part 3 that is left to fill. So check that out in the group page if you want to take your shots. Yes, we did hit a Schaefer in the first part. There was no Schaefer in this, and there are some cases that have 2 Schaefers. So take a look. I think San Jose has already been taken. There was no Misas that came out, so part 3 should be decent. Sure hope so. All right, I'm just going to top load these, and then we will say goodbye for now. We'll see if part 3 will fill up. For those who haven't sent payment yet, make sure you do. I'm just going by trust with the... Well, I mean, most of you guys have paid on time, so it's just a couple guys. So I'll send you guys PMs. Make sure you guys are usually good anyways, so make sure you send out. But yeah, let's fill up that part 3. I think part 3 is going to be pretty good. All right, we'll do a quick recap of what we have on display. So we got a Alex Sandin Pellikka for the Detroit Red Wings. We got a Program of Excellence of Nathan MacKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. We have Aziz Bouillon. We actually hit 2 of them in this break for the Minnesota Wild. And we hit 2 Silver Outburst Young Guns. One is going to Detroit. Emmett Finney for the Detroit Red Wings. And Isaac Howard, Silver Outburst Young Gun for the Edmonton Oilers. All right, guys, take a look at part 3. See if we can fill that up. If we don't fill it up tonight, I'll start posting minis tomorrow, and then we can try to fill that up for the weekend. Okay, guys, have a good night. Thanks again for joining, and I'll talk to you later.